In Singapore, there's been a lot of tolerance and surface understanding, but do you truly understand what the mental illness is? How the mental illness affects this person? How the mental illness might affect you in future? Hi, we're Soulbrew
We are here to answer some questions.
on Cookie Conversations. Hi, I'm Shamil. I'm currently studying in SUSS and I'm taking a part-time degree in psychology.
I'm Sharifa. I'm also studying in SSS and I'm doing social work full-time.
Initially, I had an idea to start a podcast regarding mental health because I felt that it was really important to have honest conversations. Me and my friend Linus decided that, why not we create something broader? And I personally realized that what I wanted to do was to create content, not just make podcasts, right? We came up with the name Soulbrew. Things went on from there.
How I joined was when I was having a late conversation with you one day. I think you brought the topic about Soulbrew. I could use like my interest in photography to help him with Soulbrew. So that's how I joined him in this.
When I first had the idea of Cuppa Depresso, like of a podcast, I discussed it with a friend. So she was pushing me on to actually execute it. Earlier last year, she passed on, had a little bit of regret. I wish I was able to create a Cuppa Depresso that she was able to see. That drove me to actually execute on the idea. It was my way of giving something to myself and to other people out there. My biggest takeaway was learning how to listen actively.
So I think active listening is taking the time to just sit down and listen to the other person when you're having like a conversation, not anticipating the questions and answers that you have for the person. Sometimes the other person just wants to listen and empathize, but you don't necessarily have to provide a solution for that person.
In our society, we grow up feeling the need to have answers to questions. But when it comes to listening to problems, right, the most important thing is being present in the moment. The act of listening is the solution. It should be something that's taught at a younger age. At our own individual levels, it should be something that we actively practice.
I've more or less been open about talking about it, but I think it's a whole different thing once you actually like experience and put yourself into the situation. So I think there was once I kind of had a panic attack, and even though I'm like, mental illness is okay, you can talk about it, but like once you go through it, right, and then you're like, what now? It's like so hard to like take in and then really talk about it. Going through it also changed the way I thought about mental illness.
For me, it started from my own experience with having depression from a very young age. I just had the idea that, I want to tell this story of what I went through. And it was also inspired by this article that I read. There's this bridge in the US, a lot of people committing suicide off the bridge. All of the people that survived the fall, right, said midway through the fall, they realized that there was a solution to their problem and they regretted actually taking that jump. It made me realize that whatever problems I'm having now, I'm too tunnel vision to actually come up with a solution. But if I actually give myself the time, open myself up to people and had people who care around me, I will definitely be able to find my way out of it. It made me realize how important it is to create awareness, also to connect with people. Our group has disbanded and it's just the two of us now. We want to share our personal experiences. Personally, I want to create more short films where I creatively express a thought using photography, using film, drawings, right, comics, to share personal experience and using that to connect rather than using a very general topic.
So apart from like the creative side, I think we want to incorporate like whatever we learn in our daily lives from his course in psychology and myself from social work and from whatever events that we go to.
There's been a lot of advocacy and awareness, and that's amazing, but I think awareness can only do so much. In Singapore, there's been a lot of tolerance and surface understanding, but do you truly understand what the mental illness is? How the mental illness affects this person? How the mental illness might affect you in future? Every individual should understand the importance of actually learning, whether it's from another person or whether it's just from online. I feel that you have a very, very honest heart and you are very good at connecting with your emotions.
Sorry.
Yeah, laugh in front of the camera, man. Like she's doing it in the moment right now, lah. And I feel that this honesty that you have translates over to your creativity.
That's nice to know. For me, I think it's like your never giving up attitude. I really like your creativity also. Like, because we do discussions at home and like he has so many ideas and I'm just like, how do you think of these things? So I get very impressed by him a lot of times, and I'm so proud of you. Yeah,
Proud of you too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would tell my younger self that there is a me today. Every point in my past, I don't think I was able to see the future ahead in front of me. It's definitely become easier for me to realize and remember that just because it doesn't succeed doesn't mean that it's over for me. I have my own pace in life.
I think for me, I would say to also focus on myself as much as I want to focus and help others. I think it's okay to take my own time to just learn and understand about myself better.
So once again, we are Soulbrew, and we'd like to thank Mental Health Collective for noticing us and inviting us to have this interview.
So this has been
Cookie Conversations. Thank you.